Hey guys, hope you're having a beautiful weekend. Sunday today, and as promised, every single day I'll be putting out a piece of content for the members of our group. Okay, so today's topic is content. Okay, in this video I want to go over why, how, and what. So why is it important to build content, how to go about building it, and what should you actually talk about in your pieces of content. Okay. Whether it be my customers or you watching this video or really anyone in this online space, they have a hard time when it comes to building content, okay? And it's probably because of one reason, and it's because people don't like to get judged, they don't like to get criticized. But if you're in this online space and you're afraid of a bit of criticism, you're afraid of a few haters, then you chose the wrong profession, okay? Just go do something else, go become an engineer and be private, okay? But why is it important to build content, okay? So one thing that you have to understand in this online space is, or really any market, okay? Whether you have a brick and mortar business, whether you're selling Facebook ad, whether you're selling email marketing, CRO services, you have to understand that you're not the only one who's selling the same stuff, okay? You're even Elon Musk has other competitors in the electric industry, electric vehicle industry. So trust me that you who is selling Facebook ad, who is selling some sales services or closing services, or really I don't care what you're selling. All I'm trying to say is you have a lot of competition. You're in a sea full of red sharks. Okay, so how do you bridge a gap between your competition and yourself? Okay, well, it's going to be hard to be the best Facebook ad person. It's going to be hard for you to hire the best media buyers. Okay, so one thing's for sure, I can almost 100% guarantee that anyone who's watching this video is not the best in their industry. 1000%. Even I myself, I'm not the best. Okay, so what's your lever? What should you leverage to actually beat your competition? Well, content. That's the key. That's literally everything, okay? Because one thing's for sure, only like 0.005% of people are actually putting out content, okay? I know people who are way smarter than I am. I know people who have amazing services. I know people who literally could change the world, but they're afraid to literally put themselves in front of a camera. And that itself is like, oh, okay, perfect. Well, all right, then let me put myself in front of the camera, then I'll get to help more people, right? So as soon as you're comfortable putting yourself in front of the camera and being okay with being judged and being okay with everything that comes with being known, you're allowed to be in the top 10% of your industry automatically. I mean, I haven't done the math or done the research, but I can almost say that like automatically once you put yourself in front of people, boom, 10%. Because people are literally afraid of other people, right? Especially when we're in this online space where there are hundreds, if not thousands of people who are looking at you, right? I don't know how many people will watch this video, but it's a lot of people, right? So, and the other thing is when you start putting yourself in front of the camera, well, people start getting familiarized to who you are as a person, okay? So people start liking you. People start liking you for who you are. So you have expertise, but then you also have you. You mix those two things, you're done. You've won. Because nobody will have that same combination, nobody will be able to combine their Facebook ad skill set and you, right? Because you're the best. Nobody can beat you at being you, right? I like to repeat this a lot, but nobody can beat me at being me, right? You can hate on me all day long. You could have the same services as me, but at the end of the day, yeah, you're not gonna beat me. I'm sorry, okay? So I need to use myself as the edge, right? That's my edge on other people. It's literally me being Serge, and nobody else can be me, right? So that's the first thing. Why should you build content? Because you want to beat your competition. You want to beat the the most known person. You want to get attention, because without attention, like I said, I don't care if you have the best service. If nobody knows you, nobody's gonna buy from you. So you want to be in the top 10% by not even building the best product. Put yourself in front of a camera. Like literally propagate all that content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, on your email list, wherever you want. Okay. So now that I'm talking about propagating, how should you go about propagating your content? Well, simple. Put it everywhere, right? A lot of people are like, oh, where should I put the content? No, like just put it anywhere. I don't care where it's at. Just put it in online. Just put it everywhere, right? Prospects go on YouTube, they find you. They go on Instagram, they find you. They go on LinkedIn, they see you. They're like, whoa, who's this guy? I think I like him, right? And how should you be building it? Simple. I have my iPhone X on this thing on a tripod. Like, I don't even know if it's a tripod, but like, I'm shooting my stuff on a $600 phone, right? I've probably made content that has made me thousands, if not multiple five figures, from a $600 phone. So, like, do you need a camera? No, right? You don't need anything. I literally use my phone and Loom to film all the content, right? I haven't literally invested a single dime into high gear or like some crazy gear, because I want to make it really easy for me to shoot content, right? I don't want to go set up a camera and then remove the thing and then put it in my computer and then upload it and then edit it. Like, if you go through all those process to put out a piece of content, like what? You're just literally like, you're gonna get bogged into details. Like, you're gonna be so slow to put out content, because at the end of the day, it's not one piece of content that will make you millions. It's a lot of content. It's like outreach. If you're not doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 outreaches a month, you're not gonna get lucky. If you're not putting out at least 20 pieces of content every month, you're not gonna get lucky. Nobody will consume enough content to start like literally trusting you, right? You need to be putting out, I would say, 20 pieces of content every week. If you were to ask me how many pieces of content should you be putting out? 20, who cares, right? Put it out, blast it out, okay? And then propagate it on everywhere, okay? Now let's go to the last point, which is what should you put in your content. I'll go over three things. When you become a customer, you go over a lot more stuff, but like the first thing is you need to focus on beliefs. What beliefs does your market need to have in order to buy your services? Okay. I got this from Nick Cosman, but he was giving like, I don't think he actually came up with this, but like I think it's from Russell Brunson. But he was saying that, like, let's say you're trying to convert someone into becoming like a Catholicism, right? The one thing that someone needs to believe in order to become a Catholic is believe that the Bible is true. Because if someone believes that the Bible is true, then they automatically believe everything that comes with Christianity, okay? So you also have to find the Bible for your services. Whether you're selling Facebook ad, then what's the number one thing that people need to believe in order to be like, yeah, I need Facebook ad, right? A lot of people are stuck in selling, oh, return on ad spend, return on this, like, oh, better creatives, or oh, better conversion rate optimization. No. In order for someone to buy something, they need to have a belief that this is the thing that they need, okay? And you don't create a belief by talking about the features. You create a belief by coming back and actually selling it's not just the outcome. A lot of people are like, oh, the outcome, and this. No, like you have to create a belief around your service, right? And then once someone believes that Facebook ad is the only way to get to their outcome, then they will always buy from you. Your prospects will always buy, okay? So let's say if I'm trying to get let's say we work with a lot of, real estate, e-com, all those agencies, and a lot of them are stuck using emails, okay? So how do I get them to believe that they need our outreach system on Instagram and Facebook? Well, I need to show them proof first, and then I need to show them that like they need to believe that like in order for me to buy my stuff, they need to believe that email is not the right way, and they need to believe that Instagram is the right path. Okay. And what I do to change their beliefs is I talk about my experience working for an e-commerce brand, right? And I educate them on the fact that like someone is being paid to answer the DMs on Instagram, okay? And the crazy thing is that person who's being paid is not the decision maker on your service that you're trying to sell. Their job is not growing the business. So every time they receive an inquiry, they will always forward it to the decision maker, okay? So once they understand that, oh wow, I could actually go through the business page and send a DM and my message will always go back to the decision maker. They're like, oh wow, why haven't I done it all this long? Why should I go scrape the decision maker's email? Why should I go send a cold email? And things like that. Or I get them to understand that like, yo, we actually get brands to give us their emails in order to sell our services. We rarely ever scrape anything, okay? Like once someone has a belief, so you should always create content around changing beliefs. That's your first thing. That's your biggest lever, okay? The second thing is your process taken to actually deliver the outcome, okay? You should be giving away the form. You should be giving away how you go about finding the audience. You should go about finding the angle for the ad. You should know about how to go about building the email flows. You should go about educating them on why you do anything, okay? Because a lot of people are afraid to actually give away all the knowledge, but they don't understand that like someone who's running a 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure business is not going to go through your content and steal away all your nuggets. Like nobody cares. Like for me, if you try selling me, the best way to sell me a service is show me that you're the best. Educate me from A to Z on how you deliver, and then I'll be like, wow, okay, I can trust this person because he can actually map out how he can take me from this place to this place pretty clearly. And then I'll be like, yeah, I can trust you paying you thousands of dollars every month. But most people don't put out any content because they're like, oh, I don't want to share this new strategy. I don't want my competition to be aware of this. Well, if you're afraid that if the only edge you have in your competition is one strategy, well, you've already lost. Because you're only one strategy away from going out of business, right? So you shouldn't really be stuck too much on strategies, tactics, like that's just like for people who are afraid. So your process, share everything, like everything, right? If you guys go on my YouTube page, you see that I'm putting out 30-minute videos going over everything that we do, right? Flow charts, everything, right? And the last thing is why are you even helping people in your niche, right? Why change the beliefs on why like you're doing everything, right? Tell people a story, right? For me, I tell people how I got into this space. I wanted to start an agency, went 9 months without a single customer, signed my first customer, learned how to really be good at outbound prospecting, started an appointment setting agency, right? And then from there, we switched to consulting, right? So it's a story, right? But if you don't have a story, then it's hard for people to feel like they know you, right? I see so many people, you go on their Instagram, it's like, oh, the top 5 things of how to get there. Like nobody cares about that. Tell me a story, let me relate to you, right? So if you don't have a story, create one. Start being vulnerable online, right? Don't just be like oh, here's the 5 tips of how to get better conversions. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I could go on Fiverr and find someone who knows the same shit as you, right? But I cannot find a lot of people who have a story, something that is, you know, engaging, right? Why do we go to movies? Because it's like you go to see a movie and you're like, wow, this is insane. So your service should have that. It should have a story, something that engages the whole audience and makes people want to work with you for much more than just the Facebook ad or the email marketing, right? And yeah, that's it. So first thing, build content because it's the easiest like thing to actually beat your competition because nobody can beat you at being you, and a lot of people are afraid to actually put themselves in front of the camera. Number 2 is use your phone, your iPhone, and use Loom. Keep it really simple. If you you have a lot of money and you want to like expense it and not pay taxes, okay, get some gear, hire people, whatever. Third thing is change beliefs through your content. Second thing is give away everything, all the strategies, everything you've ever learned in a course. Put out everything on YouTube. Put out everything on Facebook and Instagram. Please do it, okay? And then the last thing, create a story. What's your life about? Why are you doing all this? Because at the end of the day, money is good, but like, you don't just want to be the guy with money or the girl with money, because just having money is like, yeah, but you ain't shit at the end of the day. Whether you have $10,000 or 100 million, like you're not spending 10 grand every day. So you don't really need all that money, right? So like be something more, right? Create a vision for yourself. What's the thing that is pulling you forward, okay? You want people to be able to relate to you, right? Find me anyone online, right? All these guys have stories. Sam Owens, New Zealand, I think that's where he comes from. He went back, he quit his job at Vodafone, I think. He went back to his parents' garage, built a digital marketing business, this and that, right? Nick Cosman, he was doing door-to-door, this and that, right? Russell Brunson did a lot of pitches and had his wife needing like whatever money and things like that. Taylor Welch, he was working at a ministry. He needed to make more money, or he helped he had to help his wife with marketing, and he ended up becoming really good. And then once he got really good, started making 30 grand a month, and partnered up with Chris, I think it's Chris Evans or whatever. And then they partnered up, created Traffic and Funnels, built this multiple 7-figure business in like the first 2 years, right? So like, how do I know all these stories? Why is it important to have a story, right? Because that's what people like. That's what people are able to engage with, right? They can, there are probably some people in India who know my story, right? But like, why is it important for people in India to know my story? Because that's what makes them wanna trust me. That's the thing that makes people like feel like you're human. You're not just a client acquisition consultant. I know how to do outreach. I know how to do email marketing. Yeah, but bro, I don't know you. Why should I trust you, right? Grant Cardone, his father dies at 10 years old. He goes on to become, he drug addict, alcoholic, and this and that. And at 28, he gets a job, selling cars. By 32, he stacks his first $1 million or $3 million. He puts it into real estate. He goes from buying his first single house, like the one home, and he loses his tenant. And then he ends up being like, I'll never have one door. I'll always have more. And he goes from one door to 32 units. How do I know this? How am I able to tell Grant Cardone's story? Because that's the thing that sells, right? Why will I always go back to, hey man, like I went 9 months without signing a customer. I went from, I was born in Rwanda. I haven't really gone too much in detail with my story, but I think there will come a time where I go much more in depth and actually tell you like my whole lifeline, right? But, and when I do, I think I'll build an 8-figure business. And I promise you that's the thing that will bridge the gap, okay? So I don't want to make this video too long, but I think the last part of this video was really good. So please pay attention and create a story. Bye. Ooh, that was good. That was good.